Well, Jake, I'm running down this list of Roma guys, and I've seen them play live, and I'm impressed by the team. Of course, the time I saw them, they got whooped by Roma. That was by Vela. That was the only game that they've really, not competed in, and they did for about a quarter. So I think I understand the talent. I like Romaldo 51, Silvestre, not Sylvester, but Silvestre. Grimaldo, he's good. This other kid, every time I see Juan Peña's making an interception, or Diego's making an interception, but the guy that rushed press us on the fourth down pass that all of us will be reliving in our mind for the next 112 years, Jesus Hernandez, number 14. Now, kids at home, if you're listening, he got off the ball like a bull, fast too, and he got in Press's face, made him reverse his field out. He's running across his body, and he sees a guy, and I think it was Roel, on fourth down. They're down 7 in OT. If that kid doesn't rush the passer, then he completes that ball. So whoever 14 Jesus Hernandez is, you can tell, I got you, man. I see you doing that. That was a huge play for Roma. And look, when you're in a magical season, when you're making history, you make them kind of plays.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing. GP is one of those teams that we always have.
They scared me to death.
We've always struggled
against in the 70s.
Yeah. Well, Roma, they're playing with house money right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
love
really.
that phrase, yeah.
But this isn't like they've had bad seasons. This isn't like they've come out of nowhere to have this season. Coach Habeker, Max has done a great job. I mean, since we were doing the TV gig, and he
always cooperative, always bright. And
he has done a great job bringing a basketball school into the football mantra that he wanted.
And they haven't had a losing season since 2010. Nobody will understand that about Rome, but they've been gradually getting better. A couple of 5-5s, a couple of 6-4s. Well, here they are in the playoffs. So against GP, you're not playing the Wildcats of old. I looked at that team, and they look kind of tall and skinny and raggedy, bunch of white boys, man. They ain't that good, So what if Roma beats them?
It's okay because he's white. He can say that.
Oh, well, I forgot about that.
Yeah, but no.
Is that all right?
Look, yeah, why not?
No, I can't say that. No, can't say that. Sorry.
Okay. All right, and 3.
Shit, can't say that.
And 3, 2.
Oh, the things that if you only heard the kind of stuff he says off the camera, you wouldn't believe it. Yeah, all right. I'm not going to make one great report on it. We're going to talk about Roma. So I'm looking at this list of guys. Silvestre Grimaldo, okay? I'm going to be good in my Spanish. 51. Peña, Diego Cantu. They got some kids on defense. The guy that impressed me the most, and I hadn't seen him but more than 1 or 2 plays when I watched him against Vela, Jesus Hernandez, okay? Big kid, 14. I think he's an end. On that fourth down play, in overtime, with Roma nursing that lead, he gets such a great quick pass rush on Rene Presses and makes him turn around. Watch the video. He got on him. He almost sacked him. Presses had to roll against his body to the left, and he had an open guy, and he didn't hit him. If 14 doesn't make that rushing play, I think that they are tied in overtime, and who knows what happens then. I really think that's a play. I got you, kid. I seen you make that play. That was huge.
Now, a lot of people think that Roma came out of nowhere to pull this upset. But they've been building this program up since 2010. We were on TV back then, and we were still talking about how Coach...
They're close.
We
like Max, blah, blah, blah. Right.
Yeah, and Max has done a good job of taking this team from a basketball school into a new football mantra, I guess, of winning.
As the year starts out here, the school year, the football team is in the playoffs. They have never been able to say that in Rome out in Starr County, and that's a good lick. Now, 5-5, 5-5, 6-4, 6-4, whatever they are now. Yeah, exactly. They've been getting better. They've been close. Well, now they're in. So they're not going to be satisfied, are they?
No.
They're playing Gregory Portland, who in the old days I used to scare the pants off because they were an amazing team. They've been pretty good recently. I think they're averaging 8 or 9 wins, but they're not unbeatable. I really don't think so. I think this is the easiest draw of the 5-8.
I hope so, because I want to see Roma kind of continue this ride. I mean, they're playing with house money on this. They're playing. They've got nothing to lose here.
Which one of our Cinderellas will keep it going?
Yeah.
Is it Rivera? Is it Palmview? Is it Roma? This is unprecedented, guys, if you think about it. Some of the teams that we're talking about, and that's why this season has been so refreshing. Some people are like, well, we got our butts kicked. We're not that good. No, man, to me, we've had a lot of new faces and a lot of new coaches, a lot of kids that haven't gotten the pub, that are in the spotlight. I think that's pretty cool. I really do.
Now, I think a lot of people are probably wondering, for this next game, are we going to, or for this next week on the poll, are we going to put Memorial in front of Sherryland again?
No, we're not going to have a poll.
Yeah.
I got to go.
Yeah. Well, look, Memorial, they slipped up, and Sherryland did not. They played at Cal Chelsea.
Oh, did they beat them? They gave him 106 yards, man. Hey, the playmakers did not make plays for Eckhouse because the Sherryland defense apparently is under heck rated, man.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, and Madden had 3 TDs.
12 out of 24, 186. He's one of the best quarterbacks in South Texas.
Yeah.
What more do you want?
Yeah. And they've got great players. They got Cole on the outside.
Old King Cole, 45 yards. Well, Seth Carter was the guy that got it going.
Yeah.
51-yard score. Old King Cole did his thing. Mm-hmm. I'm determined to say that as much as possible. I like it. He probably hates it. That guy's great. And to see you in track because you're going to burn everybody's butts. 14-0. Eckhouse never recovered.
Yeah.
Why?
I just think
that's a good football team. They did not play well. Did Sherryland just kick their butts, or did Eckhouse come in not ready to play, or what?
I don't think Eckhouse has seen an offense like Sherryland.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean, they saw guys that were more their size, and then all of a sudden you see a guy like Cole who's 6'3".
Yeah.
You know, they got 6 foot guys. They've got some tall guys. Mm-hmm. Hard to match up, and their offense is very fast, very methodical, and Madden runs it to a T.
Yeah, he really does. You mean the junior or the senior?
Yeah,
the senior. I would have to beat myself. Yeah. I got what do they wear the hair suit?
Yeah,
hair suit. All right. Now they got Calallen. Now here's the psychological ploy of the week. I know, and you know, and we know that Calallen's only 7-4, but they beat Somerset like a stepchild, man. So I'm not. Can I say that?
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that, but they beat him pretty bad. Sherryland can beat him. I know they can. I think
redheaded stepchild. Redheaded stepchild. You can say that. Okay. All right, but all right. But no, I think that if this was ever the year that a team from here could beat Calallen, because Mercedes always seemed to get them first round back when we were
at Cal.
Or at Cal. Yeah. So I think Sherryland has, because look, they still have 6A talent on that team.
Yeah.
So I think that they can beat Calallen. I think they should beat Calallen.
But they will.
But they're playing against a coach that knows this area very well.
Oh, Danaher, 400 wins. I told you one time he was a 1967 Harlingen grad, and still is, because that never changes. He's one of the best, but this is Calallen's worst season since the 80s, okay? Since he came aboard, they were 5-4-1 in 84. They then went on a streak from 87 to whenever. They won 10 games in the season 16 times in a row. Just run that back in your head, okay? Every year for 16 years, 10 wins at least. They were the best team in South Texas. They still got a lot of talent. I've watched them a couple of times, and they look raggedy to me. I swear, man. Flower Bluff scored 60 points on them, I believe. No, Victoria West scored 60 points on them. So, I mean, I'm not afeared of Calallen, man. I know the tradition, and I know those kids are tough, but I like Sherryland's chances, and I hope they beat them to death.
And Sherryland has their own little record. They've been kind of piling on the last couple of years.
What, 75-11 or something? Over the past 7 years, they've established themselves 6 times. They've won 10 games. They're the top team in the Valley the last 5 or 6 years. There's an overlap there with the great Harlingen teams. So don't get me started. We're going to get all kinds of letters. Those two, but now, how can you say Sherryland's not the best team in the Valley the last 3 or 4 years?
Yeah.
You can't, because they are.
Yeah, they are. I mean, we'll see how they are next year, but we don't have to worry about that because we're talking about this year.
But everybody said this year they weren't going to be that good. Remember, they're going to split. They're going to find out. Everybody said, okay, they're probably going to be the last team standing and what?
Yeah.
It's incredible. Hats off to Sherryland, man. Coach Adami does a beautiful job.
If they win this game, what happens?
Then he wins Coach of the Year.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
But who do they face?
I forgot about that. Oh boy. Okay, Cedar Park, 4 losses though. It's not Cedar Park to beat us 48-0, 48-7, and Bernie Champion who's going to win because they're going to win the region. Yeah, they're going to win the region. That's a great football team that throws it like there's no tomorrow. That's a Sherryland on steroids. So
yeah,
that would be one of those games where it's kind of like Madison plus,
Yeah.
But who knows? I mean, again, nothing has happened in the future yet. That's why we're still in the present. Does that make sense?
That makes complete sense.
So who's going to win? Sherryland.
I think Sherryland wins, and I think that they moved to number 1 in our poll this week, probably.
Yeah, we're in a poll.
Well,
yeah, they're number 1. Give me a break. Who else?
Yeah,
Vela, not Mercedes.
Not Mercedes.
Not Weslaco. Well, though Weslaco, they won. They're moving up every week.
Yeah.
Everybody was talking about how they were so bad. I told you. I predicted that.
Actually, I had a chance to see Tony V on Friday right before the game. I was walking across his campus.
Was he doing this thing? When
he was very quiet. All spread out? He was very quiet. Usually he's like very talkative. He was more like, "Hello, how are you?"
It was a pensive Tony Villarreal on the eve of the game.
Yeah.
I want to end here. Well, there will be no overtime this time because we ran out of quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But that was such fun. Hell, I was at the game when the referee said, "Hey, Sony Cavazos is my cousin." I'm like, right on.
Yeah.
They know this stuff.
Yeah.
I just want to tell you a little bit about why this weekend was special for me. The violins are coming out, the crying out. All right. You guys all know what happened at the Bears game. Okay, the Bears and Vela had a lot of stuff between them. It was one of those things where it just got out of hand and they were slugging each other. It was bad, okay? It was bad. And I'm not playing the blame game. You read my story. I spent 10 minutes talking about it. But I just want to reiterate to the public out there how class act Steve Marroquin is and Bobby Guajardo, among others on the Bears. I'm not singling them out just because that's the only ones. But Bobby, man, look, Bobby played his butt off, okay? There's no better player pound for pound than me this year. And he went over and he shook all the Vela coaches' hands. And he wasn't being a cloying smart aleck about it. Some people come over and try to jazz you.
Yeah.
No, this guy was legitimately saying, "Hey, great, man, it was a great game, and you guys, good luck." I mean, he had him and Elijah Randall were like, "Yeah, all right, right." So I watched that kid, and all during the game, on the times I've seen him play, he was just such a leader. He was just such a good person, a good citizen. Man, the kids looked to him to do something good, and he did. Man, that guy was tremendous. Things like that happen in a football game. Okay, I've been there. You've probably been there too. Sometimes, if the balance is off and one team is beating another one bad, you're gonna start fighting.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's just all there is to it. It was a game filled with stuff like that, and I hated to see it. For about 15 minutes, I really felt sad. I just thought, oh no, let's not let this happen. But you know what? You can't control it sometimes, and then it reaches equilibrium, and everything is cool. So I have no hard feelings with anybody. I hope I was able to portray it in a positive light. But it was such a part of the game that I had to mention it. And I don't really like to do that very often. But hey, bottom line is the Bears are good. Bobby Guajardo is the man. And, next year they're going to be tough to beat.
I think so, too.
Is Vela going to win?
I think so.
Yeah?
I think so.
Is Roma going to win? I'm putting him on the spot here. We're just kind of messing around here at the end. This may not even make the cut. I don't know.
No, but I think Roma's going to open some eyes in this GP game. I think, you know what? I could see them keeping it close all the way till the final 4 minutes.
Gosh, I mean, if that quarterback runs it again, if they can block a kick again like they did in the last few seconds, good gracious, who knows? And the best part about the second round of the playoffs, and I know that we're getting our clocks clean pretty good. I don't care. I'm going to root for every team of ours against theirs like my sons were playing. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, go up there and beat some people's butts, guys. Make it the game of your life.
Yeah. In a year of parity, I think that, it's been good. I mean, it hasn't been bad. I mean, usually we have like this really dominant team that,
or 6 or 8 teams.
Yeah. I think, I think we have like, I think Sherryland's kind of the marker for, the best.
10 wins, 6 seasons out of 7. Bottom line is, though, the other teams, though, are saying, they read our stuff. Hey, these guys aren't that good this year. We should clean their plows. Well, you know what? Let's have some surprises. Let's come back next week and me and Jake say another week of surprises and down goes GP. What do you think of them, man?
Yeah, that would be great.
Hey, right here. Go to the ball games and it ain't over yet, people. Let's keep fighting.